10. First, the highlights. Lagos State Government, Federal Housing Authority partner on affordable housing for Lagos resident Nigerians in diaspora. President Tinubu orders manhunt for killers of soldiers in Delta State. On the foreign scene, Israel launches night raid on Gaza Al-Shifa Hospital. And in sport, FIBA to unveil Nigeria's D-Tigers Paris 2024 group opponents on Tuesday. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Government and the Federal Housing Authority, FHA, have promised to synergize and collaborate to provide affordable housing for Lagos residents and Nigerians in the diaspora. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Housing Authority, Oyetunde Ojo, made the promise during a courtesy visit by management of FHA to the Governor at the Lagos House Marina. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the vision of the FHA is in line with the objective of the Lagos State Government to provide housing needs for various strata of the economy, noting that his administration in the last 4.5 years has inaugurated 18 different housing estate projects in different parts of the state to reduce housing deficits in Lagos. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who promised to support the FHA with land, charged the federal agency to hit the ground running once it got the approval. Speaking earlier, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, FHA, Oyetunde Ojo, said affordable housing for Nigerians is very key in the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. As the subsidized food market opened across different locations across the 5 divisions of the state, many residents trooped out to make use of the opportunity. The initiative, tagged Onjeiko, was born out of efforts of the state government to cushion the effect of current economic situation on residents by giving a 25% discount on some foodstuffs sold in the special market, similar to the fresh food hub in Mushin. Our reporter, Raphael Jeremiel, who visited Oregon in Ikeja Axis, reports that there was high level of patronage at the venue as Lagosians commended the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration for the initiative.
Got everything cheaper price, and I'm very happy about it. Everything was very cheap. We appreciate to our Lagos State Government, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. God will continue blessing him more and more and more.
Yes, it's a fantastic program, and everybody loved it. And people came out. We told them to come out and see what our governor is doing and what our president is doing, and people are happy with it and they are buying it. So may Almighty God continue to strengthen our governor, all the commissioners and the whole cabinet and our president to strengthen them more and more.
That time is okay. It's okay. I mean, the 25% it's okay from looking at what is happening in the country. Then it's a good gesture from the governor, and it's something that is highly commendable.
Also, our reporter Sadiq Yusuf, who visited Agege Axis, reports that residents in Agege local government have called for more agricultural products to support the Onjeiko initiative. Yusuf noted that members of the public called on vendors to keep to time.
The government should try to improve on this and try to do more. If possible, if they can still reduce the price to ease the burden of the exorbitant price of goods among the citizens. So it will up, and so that the people will be at least be a bit happy.
The program is not hectic. People are orderly, and it's just starting today. People are also trooping in, and many people have bought. You collect your voucher there, and you proceed to those stands there where people are buying bread, rice, gari, and the rest like that.
It would interest you to know that the Onjeiko will help cushion the effect of the economic crisis on citizens and help put smiles on the faces of residents as food prices have been slashed 25%. As part of efforts to actualize its promise to sustain a flood-free Lagos, the state government has intensified dredging and cleaning of major drainage channels and canals across the state. The Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, stated this when he led state officials on another inspection tour to some parts of the state. He explained that the redesign and reconstruction of the system 44 drainage channel after the removal of structures on the setback will prevent flooding in the Lekki axis when the rains commence. Wahab added that the dredging and lining of the canal will ameliorate the difficulties encountered in the areas during the rainy season and also save lives and properties. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani, has announced plans to spearhead a global collaboration aimed at enhancing the protection of undersea cables. These comments came against the backdrop of undersea cable cut that has Ghana, Senegal. Recognizing the critical role these cables play in the digital economy, Tijani emphasized the need to review international laws and foster partnerships with regional and global bodies to accelerate efforts to safeguard this vital infrastructure. Assuring those affected by the disruptions, Tijani stated that the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, was actively working with all relevant stakeholders to swiftly resolve the issues at hand. According to him, the initiative marks a significant step towards ensuring the resilience and reliability of undersea cables, crucial lifelines in today's interconnected world. Now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has ordered the military to apprehend the killers of 16 Nigerian army personnel who were on a peace mission to the Okwama community in the Ogeli South local government area of Delta State. While noting that the military high command was always responding to this incident, Tinubu gave fresh marching orders for the manhunt and prosecution of the perpetrators. The president stated that the Defense Headquarters and Chief of Defense Staff have been granted full authority to bring to justice anybody found to have been responsible for the unconscionable crime. He also extended his condolences to the families of the fallen soldiers, their colleagues, and their loved ones. The Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SSANU, and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, have directed their members to begin a 7-day warning strike. The action was taken by the Joint Action Committee JAC of both unions. NASU General Secretary Peters Adeyemi and SSANU President Muhammad Ibrahim in a statement said the unions have inundated the federal government with the need to pay the withheld 4-month salaries of members in the federal universities and inter-university centers as done for academic counterpart to no avail. The statement added that having waited patiently for the ultimatum to expire without a positive response, the government members of in the universities and inter-university centers throughout the country should commence a 7-day warning strike effective Monday, March 18, 2024 in the first instance. Now to foreign news. Israeli forces have launched an overnight raid on Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza, with reports of tanks and heavy gunfire at the facility. An Israel Defense Forces spokesperson said the IDF was carrying out a high-precision operation in limited areas of the hospital. The IDF said senior Hamas terrorists have regrouped inside the hospital and are using it to launch attacks. IDF chief spokesperson Daniel Hagari said the Israeli military was responding to concrete intelligence which demanded immediate action, stating that the hospital would be able to continue functioning during the raid, stressing that patients and staff did not have to evacuate. Hagari said displaced people sheltering at the complex will be able to leave the hospital via an evacuation route before calling on Hamas to surrender immediately. The Israeli military launched a campaign in Gaza after Hamas gunmen killed about 1,200 people in southern Israel on October 7 and took 253 other people hostage. In our sports, Nigeria's senior women basketball players, the Tigers, will know their group opponents for the Paris 2024 Olympics women's basketball event when the draw for the tournament is held in Switzerland on Tuesday. The draw will be overseen by basketball icons Penny Taylor and former NBA superstar Carmelo Anthony. The Tigers, poised for a consecutive appearance after participating in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, are seeded in Pot 4 alongside Puerto Rico and Germany. Reigning world champions, the United States, are in Pot 1 along with China and Australia. Pot 2 includes Spain, Canada and Belgium, while Pot 3 features France, Japan and Serbia. According to FIBA, the Women's Olympic Basketball Tournament draw principles will be determined by the world ranking along with geographical considerations. And that was our news at 10. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms, X formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration renovated 5 libraries, Ekwe, Badagry, Etiosa, Amuwodofin and Ikorodu? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government and the Federal Housing Authority, FHA, have promised to synergize and collaborate to provide affordable housing for Lagos residents and Nigerians in the diaspora. President Bola Tinubu has ordered the military to apprehend the killers of 16 Nigerian army personnel who were on a peace mission to the Okwama community in the Ueli South local government area of Delta State. We also told you that Israeli forces have launched an overnight raid on Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza, with reports of tanks and heavy gunfire at the facility. And in sport, Nigeria's senior women basketball players, the Tigers, will know their group opponent for the Paris 2024 Olympics women's basketball event when the draw for the tournament is held in Switzerland on Tuesday. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagostate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fabolagun. I'm Dele Agadumo. Good morning.